Hey everyone, and welcome to another Lego Blender tutorial. Um, in this tutorial, we're going to be continuing on with our series, and we're going to be kind of bringing together everything that we've learned. We've learned how to import bricks, we've learned how to rig a minifig, and we've learned the basics of animation. Now, if you're unclear about any of those aspects, you can either rewatch one of the previous tutorials or send me a message. I'm always happy to help you guys out if you have any questions. Okay, so we're going to be doing a walk cycle. When a human being walks, or minifig walks, it's not just random steps, it's the same motion repeated over and over again. So in animation, to put that all together, it's called a walk cycle. Now, we obviously don't want to animate every single step that the minifig makes. So if we can figure out a way to just do a couple of basic animations and then copy and paste that over and over again, it'll make our job a lot simpler. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go to side view here, and we'll have the minifig walking this way, obviously. And what you kind of want to do is you want a plane for the excuse me, you want a plane for the minifig to walk along. So we could either add one in Blender, or we could actually just use this green line here. Oops. So to do that, we're just gonna hit A. Oh, and by the way, I'm in pose mode, in object mode. By the way, if anybody wants this blend file that I have here, just message me and I will send it to you. Okay, so we're gonna select everything, hit G, constrain it to the Z axis, and then we're just gonna move it up until he's right on that green plane there. So obviously you can't really see it when you're rotating around. You sort of can, but in the side view, you can see that this is just the line that we're going to constrain him to. So he's going to, this is the ground. If we didn't have this, if we had let him go up and down, then it wouldn't look natural. Because when we walk, we're obviously on solid ground. Okay, so let's go into our wire mode here, and let's start adding a few things. Now, remember in our animation basics, we used the, what did we use? The dope sheet. So we're going to use that again a lot. So let's pull it up. Now, first step is to have our first pose. We're going to call this our first pose. So we're going to insert a key for that. Now, our second one will be 5 frames later, and this foot's going to pull back. So it's going to go like that. But in order for that to move, if we just went here and did that, then it's not going to move there. So let's make sure that we insert a keyframe at 1 as well. I hope I'm not moving too fast here and you guys can keep up. The opposite arm should be back. We don't want too much arm movement. You get more arm movement when you're doing running, but he's just walking, so we want it to be fairly minimal, but we also want it to be there. I like to have pretty much all my bones to have a keyframe on the first frame. I don't really know why, it's just something I do. Okay, so again, we're going to move every 5, he's going to move. So he's just taken a step up. And we'll just move that very slightly, doesn't really matter. Okay, so there's the first. Actually, I think it should go the other way then. If you're not really sure how to do a walk cycle, there's plenty of available sheets online that just go through the different poses. Some really good ones. Just search animation walk cycle in Google Images and you will find plenty of stuff. Excuse me. Okay, so now this foot's going to come down. Actually, no, sorry. There's going to be contact first. So this foot will come down and make contact with the ground, and that foot will be about there. Okay. Oops. See, now I may have forgot to shoot. I forgot to advance 5 frames there. That's kind of important. Okay, so advance 5 frames. 10. I just use 5 because it's easier to keep track. That should probably be at 0. For when we're copying and pasting, it's easier to keep track. So that's kind of the next stage of the cycle. I won't worry about arms right now. And then it's going to repeat. So this leg is going to swing back up, and then this one's going to go back out. Again, we advance 5. Now, that's not going to look too natural. I don't... well, we'll see what it looks like. I'm thinking... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's move this. So I don't know if we want... I should really get up and practice walking here. I don't know if we want this leg to swing back while this leg swings forward, or if we want those to be 2 distinct motions. So we'll go with 2 distinct motions. I don't know if that's exactly natural. Let's reduce how much that moves. You really got to play around with it, and you know, different people are going to be walking at different speeds, just like minifigs will be walking at different speeds. So it's been a while since I did one of these. Okay, now, like I said, we don't want to be copying and pasting. So what we want to do is we want to be copying and pasting. We don't want to just keep doing this forever and ever. So what we want to do is we want to get to the point where this is the pose, okay? And that's when we start copying and pasting. So keep an eye on that. That means we got to go until this guy gets back up. So something like that, and then one more. Okay, now I'm not going to worry about the arms right now. I'm just going to select all these. So here's where the copying and pasting comes in. We've completed the walk cycle. It's gone from here to... Wait, sorry, I messed that up. We don't want these. Okay, so we've now added all the steps in for a walk cycle. What's going on here? That's right. Now, if we select all the leg keys and we hit Shift D, we can now just copy and paste these, and you'll see that it now just repeats itself. That work? So that's essentially a walk cycle. Now we're gonna do a bit more work with the arms to kind of bring it all together. So Again, the arm movement should be pretty subtle. You're not going to have too much arm movement on a walk. I've always hated the arms. I'm going the wrong way there. Should be more like that. I realize this probably isn't the greatest tutorial, but hopefully it's giving you guys a sense of how you animate, giving you some ideas. And there's probably better ways to do this. I'm not saying I'm perfect at this at all. It's just, this has always been the way I've done it. And this could look really, really unnatural with these arm movements. No idea. Alright, good enough. That will do. So now, what we can do is we can copy and paste pretty much the whole thing. We don't want to copy and paste those though. So, again, we just move forward 5. And we could just keep copying and pasting those all day. So basically we've gone to 135 divided by 24, that would be like what, 6 seconds or something. So we did, essentially we animated 1 second. Doesn't make sense. 24, that's too fast, I don't know. Basically that's 4 of those cycles. So we animated 1 and then we copy and pasted it, multiplied by 4 times. So saves you a bunch of work. Now, obviously, if we check out how it's going, it's not that natural looking. Ooh, those arms are nasty. Ugh. Anyways, so what we're going to be wanting to do, that needs to be one of these guys needs to be parented. Let's do this guy. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Okay, so now what we're going to be wanting to do is essentially anchor as he walks. We want to anchor it so that it's a natural movement. So that toe should kind of stay in the right spot. Now obviously it doesn't, and if you want to get really picky, I'm not going to be too picky here, you can move them at every stage. Now I'm not going to do that for this tutorial. I would for an animation though, which is kind of a pain, but let's skip a step there. Oh, darn. I think I skipped a step. There's supposed to be an in-between there. That's not good. Oh well. What can you do? Yeah, guys, this definitely isn't a perfect tutorial, but I'm hoping that gives you an idea of... There, that's the in-between. See, we're missing this pose in here. I hope that makes sense. Okay, there's supposed to be that there, but whatever. And you just keep repeating this process until you're happy with, till you get your minifig to where you want them to go. And again, there might be easier ways to do this. There might be like following paths or whatever, but I've always found this to just be the easiest. And yeah, he's taking a few steps. I don't know how much you guys want to watch me doing this. Actually, you know what? I've shown you what I do, so the arms aren't perfect. Well, nothing's perfect here, but oh man, it's terrible. But I think you get the idea. And really, animation, a lot of it is just fine-tuning it. Like, you gotta put... There's no perfect way to do anything. You just gotta put a lot of time in sometimes. And there probably is better ways to do this. It's a fairly simple rig as well, so there's not too much going on, but yeah, hopefully this guy gives you an idea of how to do a walk cycle. Give it a try, and send me, if you do give it a try, send me a video of what you came up with. Alright, that's it for me. I'm excited about... I've kind of been going through a few steps in these tutorials, but the next step in these tutorials is I'm gonna work on a project, and I'm just gonna record everything I do, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a sweet project. So I hope you guys look forward to that, and thanks for watching, guys.